Moving on to the seventh topic, it is to find antiderivatives of the function, that is integration. This is the next chapter, that is chapter number 5. Before we start problems, we need to look into the formulas. These are some basic formulas over here. Now, you can see these are the answers. I'm sure you might have gone through this because without this, you cannot continue in the coming chapters. But now I want to tell you some things like basic things. Integration is opposite of differentiation. Now imagine you add x to the power 3. The differentiation of this would be the power is multiplied to the variable, it'll be 3x, and you subtract the power by 1. So 3 minus 1 would be 2. So this would be the differentiation. Now derivative is reducing the power by 1, but now you're dealing with integration. So this will be your question and you have to go up. That means you need to do what we did oppositely or inverse of that. So 3 is a constant, it remains. Now whenever you have x power 2, you need to add the power by 1 and divide by whatever is the power, the final power, that is 2 plus 1. So this basically is 3x to the power 3 by 3. Now this can cancel off and you're getting x power 3 as the answer. But always remember, when you integrate, you have to write plus c. I'll tell you why. Now I hope this is clear. The power is added by 1 and divide that, the final sum by divided, and then simplify it. Now when we are deriving derivative, now imagine you add a constant 2. X to the power 3 plus 2. This 2 becomes 0 because x to the power 0 over here, when you derive, it's 0. So we don't write this. This is excluded, isn't it? So now when we integrate, we only can get back to the function. We can't get back to the constant. We will only get the function, not the constant. So we write this c. It might be any constant over there. This is the reason. Now, we can see the other formulas. They are very, very simple. If you understand the derivatives, integration is very simple. But you need to be very thorough with derivatives and then you can understand integration easily. Now, if you remember, derivative of cos was sine, sine was cos, and similar. But I'll come to this the signs in a minute. Now, say for example over here, derivative of tan inverse was 1 by x, 1 by 1 plus x squared. Now you will get the answer, that is 1 by 1 plus x squared. Integrate this and you will get the tan inverse x. Same way, integration, derivative of secant x was secant x into tan x dx, but over here integration of secant x tan x would be secant x plus c. Plus c is very important. E to the power x did not have any derivative, so even integration is the same, but you need to add plus c. But when it is minus over here, because of power rule, this will become minus. Say, just remember, not because of power rule, the rule over here, minus sign, because when you have over here minus, if it's plus, it'll just be plus, minus, sign changes to minus, plus c. And similarly, the other formulas, these were the questions for derivatives and this was the derivative formula. Now we have the answers, that is integrate the formula, get back the derivative. What about these minus signs? If you look closely, these minus signs are only at C over here. That is for cos. If when you integrate and get the answer of negative over here, then add minus sign. Same thing over here, add minus sign. After integrating over here, you got minus cot. So it's minus. When if it's C. Whereas if it is other than C, that is tan, sine and secant, you don't have to. Okay. So the problems are pretty straightforward. Over here, you can do it directly. 3 x to the power 4. Add the power by 1. It will be 5 divided by 5 minus 3x to the power 2 by 2 plus c. This will be the answer. So that is the thing. And they have written the numbers fraction separately and the variable separately. It's anyway, this is the same answer. Now we will do a little bit complicated problem. See over here, you have powers. Now, sorry, square root and powers in the denominator. It is very important to know what happens when you change the powers from numerator to denominator. Say over here, 3 root x means x to the power half minus 1 by x square, x to the power 4. Just get the 4 up, but remember it will be negative 4. So this is the question itself. I have rearranged the question. Okay, the root is always over here, it's 2, so it is 1 by 2. Cube root would be 1 by 3 and so on. Now, you should use the power rule. Just now what we did over here. So it's 3 is a constant, leave it. Half plus 1 would be 1.5 or 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 minus x to the power minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3 divided by minus 3 plus c. Now simplify. See, it is 3 divided by 3 by 2. The answer would be 2, or 3 divided by 1.5. How many times? It is 2 times. So answer is 2. Otherwise, if you're solving it directly, this cancels, and the denominator go up, right, to the numerator. So it will be 2x3 by 2 minus becomes plus x minus 3, that is 3 by 3 plus c. So this will be your final answer. So you can see it is 2x to the power 3 by 2 plus x to the power minus 3 by 3 plus c. This is again similar. All you need to do is, this is again minus only. It will be plus 1, and over here square root will be half. But it will go up, it will be minus half. So add half, it will be plus half. So this would be x minus half when you take up, plus 1, it would be positive half. Similarly, please do the others. Now we will do this one over here. Integral of, see, x to the power 1 by 3. Split this denominator to both the values over here. It will be 2 by 3 minus 3 divided by x 2 by 3. Okay, I have just splitted it up. Now take this up over here. When you take it up, what is going to happen? 1 by 3, this is over here, minus 2 by 3. Why? Because the power over here in the denominator, when it goes up, the variables are same, x and x. So this just subtract the power. Minus 3, take this up, minus 2 by 3. Now you need to integrate these. Integration of, see, 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3 would be negative 1 by 3. If you cannot do it in mind, you can do it in calculator, but the mind way it's easy. The denominator is same, 3 and 3. So write the denominator, do 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. Now x minus 2 by 3. And now if you recall, we had just done this a while ago. You need to see, add 1 both the sides and divide by the answer. So the answer would be over here 2 by 3, because when you add 1 it will be 2 by 3, and the divided by 2 by 3, which 3 goes up, we can write it as multiplied by 3 by 2, because 2 by 3 is divided, but when you write it in terms of, when you take the denominator's denominator up, it will come to the numerator. Same thing over here, minus, and minus 2 by 3 plus 1 is 1 by 3, therefore you get this over here, sorry, and divided 3 divided by 1 by 3 in calculator, if you do, you will get 9. That is the answer. Plus c, sorry, I've forgotten to write it over here. It's, sorry, I've not derived. Okay, so when you derive, when you remove this integral symbol, you should add plus c, because that will be the constant. Please do try the others. The sine and cos is simple as well. Sine derivative, sorry, it's integral, antiderivative, opposite of derivative. Okay, integral is minus cos. You can see over here, 2 cos sine x derived integral will be cos, that is minus cos, because answer is in C, and integral of cos is sine. Same way you can solve the others. Now these are sine inverse formula. Over here secant square is tan. Okay, what about this one? This is interesting. Now let us split this. See, you must be thorough with all the formulas, only then it's easy to solve. Now 4 is a constant, leave it out. Integral of cos x by sine x, because it's square, multiplied by 1 by sine x. Now cos by sine x is cot x and 1 by sine is cosecant x. See, we know the integral for cot x or cosecant x or cosecant x and cot x is cosecant x. So it will be minus cosecant x. Okay, because this formula, if you go back to the formulas, you can see over here cosecant, over here we have, and cot when multiplied it's minus cosecant. Therefore, we get minus cosecant. This 4 is a constant, right? Write the 4 plus c. And now, okay, there is one more formula which you must remember. Imagine I have 1 by x. What is the answer? If you recall, natural logarithm derivative was 1 by x. So integral of 1 by x is ln or natural log or ln x. This is pronounced in different ways. Ln, ln or natural logarithm is the exact term. So now, why? Because imagine you have x minus 1. Let's use the power rule over here. What is going to happen? Minus 1 plus 1 is 0 divided by 0. Now, what is the answer by if anything is divided by 0? It is undefined. You're not going to get answer because it goes up to infinity. It is not proper, because you can divide anything by 0 infinite times, basically. So that means that you can't use power rule when it is x power 1 or 1 by x. So we use ln x with the magnitude at variable. Okay? Why? Because this x must be positive only. That's the domain. So this is how we solve it. Over here it will be 2 ln x minus cos x plus c and so on. These are very simple and straightforward. Please solve it by yourself and check the answers. Do the methods, check the answers. All the answers are available in this presentation.